In the previous class, you have learnt about Scratch as a fun-filled computer language developed at Massachusetts Institute of Technology or MIT. It helps in creating computer games with a lot of ease. In Scratch, sprites, objects are manipulated on the stage background using various scripts, small program segments. Each sprite has its own set of scripts to control its behavior. Scratch helps to create a program by simply dragging blocks in the script area. Before we start, however, let's see how well you remember Scratch from the previous class. Based on the previous learning, label the marked areas in the following Scratch window. Creating a new sprite. We can create a new sprite using various methods. All these methods are available in the New Sprite toolbar. Let us discuss these methods. Choose from Library. To import a sprite from a built-in library of sprites, click the icon that looks like Giga at the very left of the bar. A category-wise library of sprites opens, from which you can select a sprite of your choice. In our case, we have selected the Sprite Butterfly 3. Cool fact: Scratch can be used in 50 different languages. You can choose your language from the pull-down menu available on the web page. Paint new sprite. Another way of creating a sprite is to paint or draw one. You can do this by clicking the second button from the New Sprite toolbar, which resembles a paintbrush. This opens the paint editor. Draw and paint the sprite using the drawing and coloring tools. Cool fact: the default sprite on stage is a mustard-colored cat. Upload sprite from file. This option allows you to select an image file stored on your computer. You can use this image as your new sprite. New sprite from camera. Clicking the camera will open a screen displaying the view from your computer's webcam. The picture taken from the webcam then becomes a new sprite. You can use the save and close options to save your picture and exit the camera. Creating your first Scratch program. Let's create a Scratch program or script in which we are going to make the mustard-colored cat say "Hello World" for 2 seconds. For this, go to the Looks Blocks palette and drag the Say Hello for 2 seconds block onto the script area. Double-click the block to see the action. The forever block is known as a loop in computer programming. A loop repeats itself over and over again. When the last block in the loop is finished, the loop goes back to the top and runs the first block again. Cool fact: loops are used a lot in computer programming because computers are machines and they are very good at repeating things. Moving a sprite. Sprites can be moved on the stage with the help of costumes. A costume is one out of the many frames or alternate appearances of a sprite. Sprites can change their look to any of its costumes. They can be named, edited, created, and deleted. Every sprite must have at least one costume. Making the cat walk. Let's learn how to make the cat sprite walk. You can do this by following these steps. Select the Costumes tab. Click each costume and watch the legs of the cat move. Go to the Looks Blocks palette and drag and drop the Switch to Costume 1 block to the script area. Now, drag and drop the Switch to Costume 2 also to the script area. Drag the Forever loop from the Control Blocks palette and put the 2 blocks in the Forever loop. Double-click the Forever block to see the cat walk. You will notice that the effect is so fast that it is almost invisible. To overcome this problem, Add the block called Wait 1 second between the current blocks as shown below. Now execute the forever block to see the cat actually walking. To make the cat move 10 steps forward, go to the Motion Blocks palette and drag the Move 10 steps block. Hint: you can increase the number of steps to move the cat faster. Now let's make the talking and the walking scripts run side by side. To do this, use the When Clicked block from the Events block in the Scripts tab. Cool fact: you may drag the sprite and place it anywhere on the stage and see the action starts from there, making the sprite go back and forth. You may have noticed that while the cat in the previous example keeps moving ahead on the stage, at one time it reaches the edge of the stage and gets stuck. You need to then drag it back onto the stage. To do this, follow these steps. Drag the If on Edge bounce block from the Looks palette into the Forever loop as shown in the figure. Rotate the sprite by adding a motion block called Set Rotation Style, which has different rotation options. Adding a background to the script. To add an interesting background to your script, follow these steps. In the lower left corner of the screen, click the stage. Click the Choose Backdrop from Library icon. Select the desired background from the library. For example, we have selected Beach Rio. Now click the OK button. The selected background is added to the script as shown below. Cool fact: don't forget to save your project. Tracing the path of the sprite. Follow these steps to draw lines wherever the sprite moves on the stage. Turn the sprite by 30 degrees by using the motion block. Use the pen block, green, to activate the pen for drawing. Now use the blocks for moving the sprite, as shown in the figure below. Tired of using the blue color of the pen? Let's change the color of the pen. The clear block will appear. For changing color, the commands are given in the following block. Instead of tracing the path of a single sprite, if you want multiple sprites, use this script. Using sound blocks. Sound blocks are one of the 10 categories of Scratch blocks. They are color-coded pink or magenta and are used to control sounds. Drag a sound block onto the script area and click it to hear the sound. You can select a different sound of your choice. Simply click the drop-down arrow present in the selected sound block and choose the sound from the list that appears. Click the sound to play it. Cool fact: you may create a copy of a block by right-clicking on the block and selecting the duplicate option. Let's create a simple tune by dragging the following sound blocks to the script area. The repeat block under the control block repeats the enclosed blocks for the given number of times. You can also change the beats and the gap between the beats according to your requirement. Cool fact: Scratch has a built-in sound library with a variety of sounds to choose from. Using the Sounds tab. To use the Sounds tab, follow the steps given below. Select the Sounds tab, go to the New Sound section, and select the Choose Sound from Library option. Choose the birthday sound and then click the OK button. Now select the Scripts tab. Add the blocks to the script area as shown in the figure below. Click the script to run the sound. Using the Forever If block. The Forever If block is a control block. The block continuously checks its condition. If the condition is true, the code inside the block will run and the script continues. But if the condition is false, nothing will happen until the condition becomes true again. The block continuously runs in a loop. In fact, this block works just like the if block placed into the forever block. After being removed, this block is replaced with its workaround. Create the script shown below and see the result.